there's only one thing the disciples asked Jesus to teach them how to do, and it was to pray. Again, there's a lot of passages we could have chosen, but in Luke chapter 11, it says, once Jesus was in a certain place praying. As he finished, one of his disciples came to him and said, Lord, teach us how to pray. Now, here's the reason that's so interesting to me. All 12 of the disciples are what we would basically call good young Jewish boys in their growing up years. What that means is they would have been taught the law. They would have been taught the Torah. They would have been taught a ritual prayer called the Shema, that literally three times a day, all those disciples, morning, afternoon, and evening would have been prayer time. They would have pushed back, paused from the regular activities of the day, and began to pray, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. And then they'd recite part of the Torah. They would recite part of the Old Testament law. So they were already taught how to pray, and scripture in Luke 11 says there's one day Jesus was praying, and he was praying in a close enough proximity to the disciples they could hear him praying. And there was something that was so different about Jesus' prayer that when Jesus stopped praying and he returned to the rest of the group, the disciples said, you need to teach us how to do that.